Welcome back sa ating channel. We are here again and again. Of course, hindi na ako masyadong magbibigay ng kahit anong rason kung bakit medyo natagalan tayo. Pero eto nga, I am here to show you guys something new. And because we are still excited about new releases, so hindi ko pwedeng ma-miss ito na there's another new processor lineup in the market. And that is the 9000 series. And I personally pick or choose yung 9900X. Bakit? That is something that I will show you on this video, guys. The reason why I choose the 9900X over the 14900K and the 7800X 3D that I will also showcase in this video para at least magkaroon kayo ng idea kasi medyo perfect silang ipakita in comparison with a Ryzen 9 9000 series. Now, for more videos like this, feel free to subscribe. So for a very technical and very detailed review, you may check other channels. Pero of course, syempre, hindi ko pa rin pwede kayong biguin na bigyan ng mga numbers, pakitaan ng benchmark, para at least ma-justify ko yung claim ko about the 9900X. And at the same time, guys, why you should consider this, especially in the Philippine market. Iba kasi yung setup sa ibang market. And there are a lot of reasons that you should consider. Kasi sometimes in other market or in other regions, iba yung pagka-consider ng pricing. Here in the Philippines, is there a 28,500 processor that you can avail from Intel na i9? Diba? Wala. If there is, that is something that is not the latest generation and maybe it's a promo or any. So as of now, with the latest generation of the competitor of AMD, wala po tayo makikita na 28,500 na processor. So ayun po, isa yun sa mga bagay kung bakit minsan i-consider mo talaga yung 9900X. Kasi sa ganyang bracket ng pricing, that's the only processor that you may consider. Now, let's move on with what I found out. Pagdating sa gaming, I already expected that the Ryzen 9 will not be those kind of processors that we should expect na maganda ang kanyang gaming performance. Sometimes it's even trailing behind the competitor. And makikita nga po natin dito that compared to an i9, even this is the later processor in the market, the numbers that you may see in here, na hindi siya nagpapakita ng significant gain in terms of gaming. But, of course, hindi pwede nating hindi ilagay dito yung 7800X 3D. So dito nyo naman mapapansin that still AMD X3D series is the king pagdating sa gaming. And kung ang sole purpose mo is gaming and you want the best out in the market, still Ryzen 7 7800X 3D. If you have more budget and you want the best, then you may consider the 7950X 3D. However, syempre alam na natin na meron ng bagong lineup, there's a possibility or there's a chance like any other previous processors of AMD na ma-discontinue na po ang mga higher models ng AMD like Ryzen 9 and above. Like for the 5000 series, diba? Nung lumabas yung 7000 series, mapapansin natin na meron pa mga 5000 series na processor. Pero those processors are from the Ryzen 7 and below. Kung Ryzen 9 and above, wala na po kayo makikitang 5000 processors sa ating market. Kung meron man siguro, most likely old stock or tray type. So we'll expect the same also with the case of AMD or Intel. Well, that's for gaming. How about pagdating sa mga applications? This is where we will expect 9000 series to excel. So compared sa Ryzen 7 7800X 3D, pagdating sa applications, sobrang significant yung difference. And yes, Intel is also there, the i9, na medyo dikit din yung kanyang performance. Pero at what cost? Okay? Alam naman natin that it will be very hard for us to run an i9 with just any coolers out there. Kung i-consider mo pang mag-AIO dito sa Pilipinas, most likely, yung mga AIOs na may microfan. So that will be Arctic Freezer and ayun, ang daming sira. Bakit? Kung wala kang magandang aircon, kung hindi mo kayang isagad yung room temp mo ng 17 degrees Celsius or 20 and below degrees Celsius, tapos wala kang ganyang AIO, even the water cooling, unless naka-dual radiator. Pero even you will ask the modders, even sa dual radiator, minsan nag-struggle. Kaya hindi rin basta-basta ang configuration sa water cooling. Dapat they've been doing this for years para ma-set up talaga nila maayos yung i9 niyo. Kasi kung AIO talaga, try to run Cinebench and there you will see. Or try to run, ano ba yung real-world applications na ginagamit natin? That's Revit, di ba? So mga engineers dyan, mag-render ka, gamit ang i9. Tingnan natin kung ano magiging mangyayari. Mag-crash. So ayun po, hindi ko na masyadong i-expound yan kasi it's already very general knowledge na rin sa ilan sa inyo. And also, we have tons of articles, forums, discussions over the internet that is talking about the competitors as sobrang init compared sa 9000 series. So, yun yung isa sa mga pinakadahilan talaga kung bakit I considered this 9900X. And lastly, the value. 28,500 here in the Philippines. Could be lower sa mga susunod na buwan. Baka maging 28,000 or 28,250. Basta sa ganyang presyo, 28,500. Yan na yung pinakamura na multi-core processor higher than an i7 or Ryzen 7 that I can have. And I will end this video with this insights. In normal usage, sometimes the out-of-the-box or first-day benchmarks is not that relative doon sa actual na mangyayari. Like for example, the Ryzen 7 7800X 3D may perform better pagdating sa gaming. Pero, pag ikaw is into multitasking ka din, you have other side hustles, side jobs, at the same time gaming, ang dami mong ina-open na applications. Diba? Kahit nga gamer ka, ang dami. Like OBS, kung streaming ka, or Spotify, music players, browsers, multiple browsers, tabs, kasi may nandyan yung mga pending mong assignments, tapos may mga micro task ka pang mga ginagawang iba, ino-open pa, and applications, Word, Excel, na hindi mo naman na siya pwedeng, ayaw mo na siyang i-close. Kasi you just want them to be there, para mamaya, easy access ka na lang, alt-tab na lang kung may gagawin ka. And if you just have an Ryzen 7 processor, parang magkakaroon ng struggle pag nag-games ka na. Like the FPS, will be significantly affected due to those multiple background applications. So, on a daily situation, sa paggamit mo ng computer, parang doon mo makikita na, teka lang, oo, pinakamaganda ang processor na to. Pero kulang ako sa cores eh. And dami ko pang ginagawa on the background. Dapat sana kinonsider ko na lang yung Ryzen 9. Diba? Dapat sana yung mas mataas na lang pala ang core ang kinuha ko. Kasi kahit na hindi siya mas maganda pagdating sa out-of-the-box performance or yung review benchmark performance na nakapost lahat ng applications to have a very uniform comparison, at least, hindi naman nag-i-stutter. Kasi pag kulang yung RAM, mag-i-stutter. Pag kulang yung cores, may chance na mag-i-stutter. Kaya nga minsan may pinapakita silang, or pinapakita din tayo, na average benchmark and then average low FPS benchmark, 1% low, etc. Pero, di ba? Because that will state everything pagdating sa naging experience while gaming. Hindi pwedeng average benchmark lang, mataas na yung nakikita mo max sa average FPS mo or whatever number. Pero, pagdating sa real world, nag-i-stutter, nag-i-stop dance due to the other applications. That's why I consider the Ryzen 9 over going sa Ryzen 7 or lower processors. And that will be justified also by some videos that I showed you here in this channel before, that I'm using the Ryzen 9 5900X. So I'm from 5000 series jumping to 9900X. Ayun po. Now, bakit hindi ka na nag-Intel? May other reason, guys. May other reason, of course, the upgrade path. AM5 is promised that will be the socket na magagamit until 2027. Pangalawa, temperature. Look at here, wala pong aircon dito. So, if I will be transferring that unit in the future, may aircon dun sa office, pero pag na-transfer ko na siya para gamitin dito, okay, hindi ko na ito magagamit, gamitin niya yan for other tasks. So, paano kung yung paglalagyan ko walang aircon? Sabi ko sa inyo, kahit ganitong water cooling na gamit ko, mag-i-struggle. Maybe it works at first. Kung hindi maganda configuration, makikita mo na lang, or hindi tama yung tubo na ginamit, that can be vouched by modders. Mag-warp yung tubo. So, ganun po siya kainit. Now, well, tulad na sabi ko, there are a lot of articles and forums that will justify that claim. Pero ayun, so this is my first insight and reasons why I consider the Ryzen 9 9900X. For more details and for more detailed video about the 9900X, feel free to subscribe on this channel. May mga kasunod pa po tayong gagawin about the 9000 series. Sorry guys. But yeah. Nakabalik na po tayo sa ating dating location and I will be back to serve you guys and show you more videos about latest computers and reviews. Thank you and have a great day.